Welcome to the Smoke Learning channel. In this video series, we are going to go through the modular keyer in detail. We'll cover every aspect from where to find it, set it up correctly, and use it efficiently. We won't cover every button, but you'll come away with an understanding of the workflow and how to take on challenging keys. Some of the workflow gotchas will also be covered at the end of the video series, so it's worth watching everything. All the footage used in this video series can be downloaded via the link displayed in the YouTube video description or by typing the link displayed at the bottom of this video. The modular keyer gets its name from being a modularized tool. In other words, you can choose the modules you need, and by placing them together, you build your own keying tool to address your keying needs. In ConnectFX, there are two ways to access the modular keyer. You can access the modular keyer as a standalone node from the ConnectFX node bin. Or you can access the modular keyer as an integrated tool inside the Action 3D compositor. Both function identically, but you can choose how you apply it. The modular keyer requires certain inputs to work correctly. You definitely need a green or blue screen source as a front input. This input will land up being your color-corrected source for the key. You also require a matte input, which is basically the alpha channel containing the transparency for the key. In most cases for keying, the green or blue screen source doubles up as a front and matte input. The background is optional because it is not necessary to merge the key with the background in this node. This could be done at a later stage with the Blend and Comp node, or in Action's case, the compositing is done in the 3D compositor. I would now like to show you how to set up the modular keyer to make it clearer to use. The first thing to do when entering the modular keyer is to press the Home icon button. This resets the modular keyer to its default dual screen split. So your nodes are always on the left and your view is always on the right. If you ever think you're getting lost in the modular keyer, just click the Home icon to get back to this state. The other part of the UI you do not need at the moment is the Media panel. Hold 1 and press the left arrow to hide the Media panel. This just gives you a bit more room to work, and the same keyboard shortcut brings the Media panel back. Another quick preparation tip. Auto key for animation is always on by default in the modular keyer. Turn it off to prevent unnecessary animation. Now selecting any node will give you the result view of that particular node. Just a quick tip, if you are changing views on the right, make sure you select the view first before changing the setting. This ensures that you keep your modular keyer schematic on the left for easy access. Let's focus in a bit more on what is going on here. The modular keyer works the same as ConnectFX. The flow of processes is from left to right. The granular workflow gives you 3 pipelines to work within the keyer, giving you the ability to completely tailor it to your needs. You've got the front inputs, which is typically the blue or green screen source. You've got the back inputs, which is the background for a composite or reference. And you have the blue inputs, which is the alpha channel eventually used to separate the talent from the background. The result node at the end of the pipeline has these 3 inputs, of which the front and alpha are compulsory and the background is optional. Just quickly stepping out of the modular keyer, you can see that the modular keyer node has a front and matte output, which is linked to the modular keyer result node. Now I have some keyboard shortcuts that will definitely be worth writing down. All these shortcuts relate to what you are seeing in the viewer. The F1 through F3 keyboard shortcuts will display your front, back, and matte inputs respectively. F4 will display the result from a particular selected node. This shortcut also cycles the outputs of the selected node with more than one output. You'll see this working with the master keyer. 4 will show you the overall result in the modular keyer. This is the view from the modular keyer result node. And remember the 3 shortcut, which is only applicable when using the modular keyer in action. This shortcut will give you the action context of your work. So if you've composited your keyed source, you will be able to see the result of the key composited in the 3D environment. And finally, to move around the image, Option-Command to zoom your image, and Control-Command to pan your image. I will refer to these shortcuts throughout the series, but it's worth making a mental note as these will help you greatly. Another good tip to know is that the modular keyer always starts off with the master keyer configuration, but you can easily change the start mode by accessing it through the drop-down menu and choosing your selection. Just be aware that if you're working on a key and you want to change the start modes, remember to save your setup, as you cannot undo the new start mode and go back to the old keyer pipeline. Finally, before we move on to our first example, the modular keyer is a bit of a fussy tool when it comes to resolutions and bit depths. So to ensure you have an easy start to your keying, try to ensure that all resolutions and bit depths are the same. We'll cover that in more detail in the later videos. In the next video, we'll go through the first keying example showing the basic workflow of how to use the modular keyer. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Smoke Learning channel for future videos.